Talk about a breakout star from the goalie position nationally. That's your guy.
Great crowd here today, a class of 1952 stadium in Princeton, New Jersey, and we are about to get underway. It'll be Matt Constantinides taking the face-off for Towson, Andrew McMeekin for Princeton, and from X. Bonanno gets it to Wade, takes another step to the middle of the field, gets his hands free and scores.
With all the slick sticks, 19 in white. It's a little bit of an outlier. Watch the left-handed plant foot right here. How that creates so much.
Well defended. Gets it to his left and shoots it high. It'll stay with Dunphy. Has an angle. He shoots and scores. A dream start for the Princeton Tigers.
Dunphy being ultra aggressive, going to the rack, has struggled finding the back of the net, under 15% this season. He got away with one though. He lands in the goal mouth. I'd be shocked if Sean Nadalin doesn't challenge this. You cannot land in.
Trying to come upfield against Hunter Spiess. Spiess is glued to him. That's a tough one in black versus 43 in white. Now he checks it off to the shorty though, so advantage one. That shot was wide. Nice adjustment by Kabiri. Wade gets it back to his right nicely and scores.
Princeton faithful loves it on a gorgeous day in central New Jersey.
Shoots, saved by Crowd. Think about it, Chop Gallagher from Portland and Bodie Maurer from Kirkland, Washington, just outside the Seattle area. On the run, it's Kramer. Second midfield unit getting a lot of run here for Coach Nadal, and that's Matusek. Craddock is there.
Extra step to increase the angle. Got something here, Cotter.
On the move, shot, score! Matusek puts the Tigers on the board. They've got a nice crowd here that's made the trip from Baltimore.
Matusek, if it doesn't work the first time, try.
More working on the shorty. Gallagher shoots. Joe Meidling, probably their best short stick D midi, but he's got his hands full here. Now the help comes. Mackesy shoots and scores! That's the record breaker.
'91. You're all alone at the top. The best to ever do it in terms of hitting the back of the net in this storied program's history. That's one.
Standing ovation from the crowd here. They knew it. Mackesy tries to get on him. Was able to find 91 with some space. Oh, what a score on the goal, on the run by Colin Burns. Burns says, all right, 91, you're getting involved in the action. Let me get some myself.
We talk about a connection with Kabiri and Mackesy. How about the connection with Burns and Kabiri? High school teammates, both.
Ground ball picked up by Princeton. The shot rattles off a defender.
In 1996, their first of 3 titles for that group.
Out there, so it certainly would appear that way. Weishauer fires at lefty. Tried to fool Craddock with the 53 man-up specialist for Towson. They get it inside to him and he finishes.
When we had a conversation with Sean Nadalin this week, I mentioned Mikey Weishauer's passing because on tape.
Boswell on Green. It's hard to run away from him. Looking to play a little two-man game here with Vienna. Instead he comes upfield. Spiess is all over him. He gets a shot off though and scores. Just gets by Craddock.
I always like to describe a lefty goal line extended type shooter as a player that can get a shot off without a clean break.
Burns, good look inside, but Palumbo couldn't finish it. Wade can.
He's got a hat trick. Sophomore sensation.
Beery now. Mackesy from X. Dunphy could pass inside. So is this. Burns, look at that ride. Forcing the turnover. Trouble here. Downs makes the save, though, as Mackesy gets dumped. Here's Katz again. He scored on the last man up. Good look inside. They get another one here. Chopped. And it's once again a one-goal advantage for Princeton. Towson is just hanging in there here in the first half.
When the helmet fell off, Towson possesses the ball, so it's a 30-second penalty. Offense to deal with the zone.
Hit the pipe. Schreier to the goal, tough angle. Good swim move, and a goal! Vieni beats Craddock. They're all knotted up at 5.
What? That's what he's saying. What now? Only his 8th of the season. That is great recognition on the pick and roll.
Palumbo. Wade shoots and scores. Good ball movement.
That's the thing with the zone defense. Princeton will be patient enough to find the right shot, to create seams. Shooting is ridiculous. There's no such thing as no angle.
Good pass to Dunphy. There's that one extra one. And he finds a corner. It's Sean Cameron. Looks like that's the blueprint here to beat this zone, Card.
Remember when I told you I liked zone for a couple possessions, but not long-term against Princeton because of the ball movement, the selflessness, and the one more. That's 2 goals.
Palumbo trying to get things going against the short. That's a good look, and Burns finishes.
So much interchanging with the offense. Palumbo is a midfielder, but he loved
the Patriot by winning 3 games in a 5-day stretch. Another face-off win. And another goal. Kabiri.
This is his spot. And what I love so much, a lot like Coulter Mackesy, from this same spot I've seen 3-quarter releases, I've seen underhands, and I've seen...
That's Fitzpatrick right there. On Spiess, who's just covered him like a glove all.
It's 165, but he's not getting thrown around at all on goal line.
There he comes again upfield. This time he shoots and scores. This time, carbon copy, but he was able to beat Craddock on that shot.
6'2", 200. Matching up against 5'11", a $165, soaking wet. But he wins the leverage game.
About runs, can Towson put one together? McMeekin wants to ensure that they don't. He'll shoot and score!
I'm seeing all this unfold before my very eyes. The last goal for Princeton was McMeekin out front to Kabiri. So right now, Towson's too concerned with the point man. They don't go to McMeekin. So he makes them pay because the...
By Matusek. Here's Vieni. Scored a brilliant goal moments ago. Shoots this. Got by him and scored!
You and I cover the PLL in the summer, and we covered Connor Fields when he was at Albany. About the same weight, 165 pounds, and you constantly ask, why is he winning bully ball?
Kabiri steps into it, bounces it home.
We talk about sharpshooters. When he got the pass from Meekin, it was a high release to a high shot. This time it's a high release to...
Shot deflected off a green, and that'll be it. Exciting first half here at Princeton. You can see Constantinides just 3 of 17 on the day. Ball movement really hurt this zone in the first half for Princeton. There it is again. Tic-tac-toe passing, and the freshman Peter Bonanno puts it home for the Princeton Tigers, their largest lead of the day now, 5 goals.
I don't love zone against this team. They specialize in hot potato. The ball flies out of sticks. A second half in zone because they were expecting zone.
Right. Fitzpatrick wraps it around. He continues his hot play from the first half. Gets one back for Towson.
This kid is money. Absolute flair.
Just didn't like his angle. Burns likes it better, but the extra pass to Cameron, too high.
That's too much.
He's gonna have to make it happen on his own. Has no angle. Kabiri shoots. That's enough of an angle for him. Just as the shot clock was winding down.
Ouch. How about the accuracy? The ball movement to understand where your shooters are. Macasler.
He shows his speed. He lets it rip and scores!
Starts with a save.
Dangerous moment in this game. They're still within striking distance, but they can get out of it in a hurry. Weishauer's been completely held in check until now. He's got to get going somehow, some way, Clark.
He has as a passer in the first half. Now he's creating with his own offense off the dribble. This is trick, but allowing him to sweep up top, like that's his natural habitat.
Yenny gets free. He scores! Here come the Towson Tigers.
This is what I was talking about. Princeton has allowed teams to go on some runs. First it's Weishauer, now it's Vienny, and Vienny's had a couple of nights.
You can see the help coming. He loses it, gets it back. Beautiful pass to Kabiri on the far side, and he buries it. Colombo turned a near disaster into magic.
Cotter, follow me here. You'd think this is Mackessy's spot, but what Jim Mitchell does a lot of times is he flips Mackessy in terms of that type of play. The two-man game, the slips and the BTBs.
Look at this shot from Burns. Look where this thing ends up. Near side corner.
This is a shooting clinic. This is an absolute shooting clinic by the boys in white.
Coming upfield.
There's the pick.
Uses a Burns pick, now gets it back to Burns. The one extra pass. ESPN 2. After this game, Clark and I will be on our way to the airport. We got Notre Dame and Ohio State on ESPN 2 tomorrow at noon.
That is
defending national champs are going to be looking for a little revenge.
Yep, against Big Ten regular season and tourney champs. And there's something bigger also in Ohio State. It's called the Big Tasty. Leads the nation in save percentage. 2022.
His numbers have been ridiculous, and he's done it all year. This is trouble right here, and it's going to be a goal. Princeton broke down Towson on their clear, and Burns, it was easy sailing. He beats Downs, and you get the feeling here, Clark, with the lead up to 7, the largest of the day for Princeton on their home field with this home crowd. They're starting to taste it late in the third quarter.
Burns does a fantastic job knowing that his defense.
He's going against the shorty from X. Agassi's Palumbo gets under his defender and scores.
He's been quiet, right?
Yeah. Now it's like the good old-fashioned turkey shoot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they're feasting.
This is what I love about Palumbo. And Connor, you mentioned, like, that's a typical box, and they let up 20 last week, but this team's figuring it out.
That guy's figured it out all game long, and it continues late in the going here in the third. Yet another one for Tucker Wade. And that's the most goals given up by Towson this season, and we haven't even gotten to the fourth quarter yet.
Tucker Wade with his 5th of the day. We saw him earlier in the afternoon.
Cameron, final few seconds. He'll get a look, and he'll score!
It's like these offensive players watch one guy hit a corner and they say to themselves, "So you think you're the only guy who could do that?" Started with Coulter McAsee when he got the record 164th goal, all-time leading.
And now we see Kobe Ginder at the face-off dot. Won by Constantinidis.
Stroke, effortless, and just hammers corners too. That's
here in the fourth quarter with the 10-goal advantage.
Kirkland Washington played on the second midfield a bunch this year.
Kabiri plays on the first attack line, and he shows you why there. That's 5 on the day, matching Wade's 5. Leading goal scorers for Princeton.
Watch this move. Watch how.
Swims it back to his left. Vienny with a nice catch.
Princeton. All right, 4 and white he's a stud.
Weishard finds the far post.
We're talking a lot about these seniors who are going off to the PLL, and we're drafting.
Far side to Kabiri. Princeton swings it around. Cameron on the run, scores. That goal ties the most goals scored in an NCAA tournament game. 2 out on the island.
Yeah, Harvard could score as well. I mean, Harvard is.
That lights up the fans here for Towson. Some of their players are getting involved. Connor Sline finds the back of the net. Good to see.
It's a young boy's dream, right? Like, if this guy could do it, I can.
Right. Bonanno has really come on, this freshman, in the second half of the season. Save made. Nice. Weishard still on with Molshine and Walshard taking the shot on the.
Some of the alum, like John Hess, is a legend on that three-peat. 90.
Should be a pretty good one.
Oh, yeah. Colgate, Penn State could be high scoring. Duke, Georgetown, an interesting storyline, too. Vickery, whoa.
Saves.
Trevor Tierney was a national goaltender of the year. They know goaltending. What will be interesting, Duke and Georgetown.
That could be a slugfest right
Yes.
on the doorstep. Vickery with another save. The class of 1952 stadium in Princeton. Their Tigers get the win over the Tigers from Towson and advance to next weekend's quarterfinal, where they will head to Hempstead, New York, to take on the winner of Syracuse and Harvard.